Hello YouTube. So I finally beat Cold War level 160, and how did I do that? So as you can see right now, I've killed Scarlet, Sub-Zero, and Shang Tsung is at pretty low level. In order to beat Shang Tsung, all I managed to do is just use Treacherous Tanya, and I lucked out and I managed to get to remove all of his pieces, and finally just use Strike Force Johnny Cage to just pummel the absolute crap out of him, which then made it really easy at the end of the fight to quite literally on the final end just use what's his name, dude on the left, Shao Khan, and use his special and basically chop his head off. And then I was victorious and won. So what I'll do now is just go through all the different cards and stuff that I used in order to get there. So this is the team I used first off to weaken him. I did originally try using Day of the Dead Jade and a bunch of items such as the Elemental Mask and the Bloody Voodoo Doll, but my Elemental Mask wasn't actually fully up to the Fusion X, so it just wasn't really good enough. And I just really struggled. So what I ended up doing was going back to the team with Treacherous Tanya, and thank you very much to StarInSky for thinking of that. And then I used Mournful Katana for her to give all Outworld characters extra 1 bar of power. And then Tanya, who can disable her opponent's equipment on any card for successful attacks. And with her I used the Wrath Hammer, the Storm Hat, and the Red Headband. Really I used the Storm Hat just so that I could use that 20% power generation boost, and the Red Headband for the same thing, and the Wrath Hammer really for that extra start 1 bar of starting power, just so that from the offset I could remove his equipment. And so that worked really well, and to be honest, it did take quite a few tries to do this. And what I ended up doing was I found that if I quit the game completely by using my Android to fully quit the game mid-game, if I had a bad game and I couldn't take off any of his power, I just reset the whole game. And therefore, if he only had 3/4 of HP left, then he'd have none left. So, and then after that, obviously, I've already gone through Mournful Katana, I've given the extra bar, and then Strike Force Johnny Cage. To be honest, I kind of got so peeved off, which is probably what the developers want, that I ended up buying, I think it was 12 items, and it actually worked out pretty good because I got loads of different cool items to really increase the damage. But really what I was going for here was just pummel the crap out of him with Johnny Cage, and use Johnny Cage's first attack, which is the Cracker, to just remove any power. And then I also used the Bloodmaker's Iron Curtain, which again, that was really just for the health boost, just in case Shang Tsung fought back. And he did fight back quite a bit, actually. It's kind of a shame that I didn't record the video on that one. And then finally again, damage boost on the Weather Warfare, and then a little bit more damage boost on the General Knockout Gloves. So once I had pummeled them down to enough, all I simply did was went and found my who are they called, Shao Khan, and I swapped him out with the with Treacherous Tanya, I think it was. At this stage it doesn't matter, but the only thing that does matter, if you've obviously got this, is to just equip him with the Wrath Hammer and the helmet, so that you can knock him out using the Emperor Bash, which just kills him immediately. So that's how I done it. I hope this helps, and once again, thank you to StarInSky for showing us how it worked. Once again, he in his video he actually wasn't able to do it this way, and wanted to know if anyone else had. managed to beat level 160 rather. So great. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helped.